Thank you all so much for coming. I'm overwhelmed actually by the turnout today.
Your presence in me, Jesus, light the way. By the power of the Lord, I am restored, I am redeemed. By your Spirit I am free, and I will fall at your feet. I will fall at your feet.
Rather than try to explain really business's missions, because it really took us a week or two to wrap our heads around it, I thought a better way to do it was to read something that I wrote while I was there. We had a gentleman a speaker by the name of Dave, who is a businessman in the UK. He gave an interesting assignment to all of us. He said, when you come back tomorrow, I want you to write a letter and date it June, whatever the day was, 2017. And basically just say, Dear Dave. And what it forced us to do, and he wanted us to tell us where we were at and what we were doing. And what it forced us to do was just kind of give it like a 7-year vision. And really what he wanted us to do was just kind of just dream big, like just, you know, what could God do? Dear David, you probably won't remember me, but I attended IBAM in Colorado Springs. Happy to say that God has also brought reality to the vision he gave me 7 years ago. You may remember I had talked about doing a coffee cafe ministry in the neighborhood of 2 large universities in Taipei, Taiwan. God has been so good and has orchestrated so much in the last few years that I had to tell you about it. We started small by renting a small place in a local neighborhood church building, selling quality cups of coffee and holding English classes. A piece of property then opened up between the 2 universities where we are living, and with William's father's help, we signed a lease, bought a large coffee roaster, and opened up what is now called Chicago Cafe. The space was large enough that we were able to allow several churches to rotate evening English and Bible study outreach classes in our English conversation corner, which we called Talk to Me. We also offered English karaoke, coordinated by the worship team from another local church. Both are a huge hit. The large coffee roaster we invested in sits in the middle of the lobby, and we now roast our own beans regularly during open hours, sending the smell of fresh roasted beans down the crowded alleyways of Taipei. Our ministry business model is a blend of missionaries, Christian nationals, and local churches. Much of the face of Chicago Cafe is English in appearance, but we do have some Taiwanese faces too, as we found out early on that some of the shy students were reluctant to walk in using an entire Western staff. We took the Western approach because we as Westerners are so welcomed here, and many students especially are curious about American pop culture and coffee culture. These students also seem to be starving for English conversation with native speakers. Accentuating the English has been a huge open door for us and a big draw of the cafe. Serving fresh roasted quality coffee, creating unique coffee drinks you can't find on the island, impeccable service, evening English Bible classes, and late evening English karaoke are all things that make us unique in this neighborhood. The cafe is also a base for different churches to hold prayer walks and outreaches in the neighborhood, and we have witnessed God work in miraculous ways through those ministries. God has been so good. This platform He has given us has been incredible. We have countless stories of many students and employees coming to Christ. We even have started a discipleship program for employees. We are known primarily as Christian businessmen with our vendors, and we have gained the respect and trust of the shop owners around us. Many of the vendors and neighbor shop owners come to our Bible studies. The customers, I could talk all day about the customers. God is truly moving mountains. We are currently partnering with several local churches and they continue to try new creative ways to use the cafe to reach others with the gospel, bringing kingdom transformation to the neighborhood and beyond. We are currently praying along with these partners about starting a storefront church just a few doors down, and one church in Taichung, a city a couple hours south of us, is praying about opening up a Chicago cafe in their neighborhood. The short-term mission opportunities at the cafe have been amazing. We have students coming from universities all over the United States to serve and evangelize in our cafe. There are also teams coming from U.S. churches. Do you remember a gentleman by the name of Matt who also spoke at IBAM in 2010? I remember the story he told about bringing 5 businessmen to India on a short-term trip to mentor to the employees and customers. We have started a similar program here and are bringing over small groups of Christian businessmen and professionals who are holding business seminars at our cafe and partner churches. They are speaking on all types of business topics, and the business students at the universities are eating this up. I haven't told you the coolest part yet. God also reminded me of your words, build deep. My wife has a heart for the marginalized and broken women in Taiwan. They legalized prostitution in 2010. It was a problem before 2010, but now it has escalated. Many of these women are trapped in debt and cannot find their way out of this lifestyle. Dawn spent a lot of time building relationships with some other missionaries that are reaching out to these ladies shortly after we started language study. And Chicago Cafe is now profitable enough that we were able to start a transitional housing ministry for those wanting out of the industry. We rent out a few apartments in the neighborhood, and a missionary couple, along with several national Christians, are now caring for and helping these women with job skills. We have been able to hire 3 of these ladies in our cafe, all who have become strong followers of Jesus with hearts for evangelism. God has been so good.